In this video, we'll discuss wavelength for transverse waves and longitudinal. Now, with transverse, this is a single transverse wave here. Be careful, don't think that going up to here to the crest and back down just to there, that much right there is a wave. That's a half transverse wave. For a full transverse wave, you got to go to the crest and back to the center line, down to the trough and back to the center line. That is one full transverse wave. Now, in discussing wavelength, I like to say that a transverse wave has four parts. Center line to crest, part 1. Crest to center line, part 2. Center line to trough, part 3. And trough to center line, part 4. Well, that's useful when you discuss a transverse wave wavelength that I say is the horizontal length of the four parts. So here's part 1, part 2, part 3, part 4. The wavelength is the horizontal length there. It covers part 1, it covers part 2, it covers part 3, it covers part 4. So it's that length, the horizontal length of those four parts. And your video code is 4 parts. Now, it's important to note here what wavelength is and what it isn't. It is this horizontal line that covers these four parts. What it is not is a line that goes along the actual wave itself. See this one traveling along the wave? That's actually called the wave, not the wavelength. So this is not a wavelength. The wavelength rather is back here. It's the horizontal length of these four parts. Now, when you want to draw a wavelength, you don't have to start right here at the very beginning on the on the center line just before the wave goes up. You can, and there it is, covering four parts, 1, 2, 3, 4, and that's what I've done so far. But note, this here is also a wavelength. It starts at a different place, but doesn't it cover four parts? It does, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's a wavelength also. You could start it here, just where it goes down. 1, 2, 3, 4 parts. Yes, that's a wavelength. One more, we can do it from the troughs. It covers part 1, part 2, part 3, point 4. So you can start a wavelength anywhere you want to, as long as that horizontal wavelength covers four parts of a full transverse wave. Now, we sometimes almost forget about longitudinal waves, so let's not. But it's easier, isn't it? The wavelength is simply from the middle of one compression here to the middle of the other. And there's really nothing more to say about the wavelength of a longitudinal wave. It's simpler, easy to say. I'm going to move on. Okay, that's it. Here's a summary. The wavelengths of the two types of wave. First, a transverse wave, a wavelength is a horizontal line that covers the four parts of a transverse wave. And it can start from almost any point. And a longitudinal wave is easier. It's just the distance between the middle of one compression and the middle of the next compression. Bye.